Welcome to New Feature Summary for October 2021. Let's begin with the first on the list here. There's now a new device activity tracking status called Order Not Submitted. This is specifically for the purposes of tracking devices that have yet to be ordered. Let's have a quick look there. So we'll jump into a patient's profile here, and of course, like with any other status related to a device, you can update them via the activity option. You'll see that this is now a new option for Order Not Submitted. You also, of course, can do that right within the device. So you can see this device already has the setting in place or the activity status in place. We can go ahead and we can change this one as well. Okay, now that's if you're going to update the device profile directly. This would be used primarily if you're entering the devices first and then later on creating the invoice. If your standard process is to create the invoice first, as you are adding the hearing instrument line items, you would go ahead and select the to be ordered option. So let's jump here into the line items. I'm going to go ahead and edit one of the devices that's already in place. So let's say you're adding the device information, and you likely, by the way, wouldn't have all this information at the point because of course the information or the device needs yet to be ordered yet. So, but we can see at the bottom here, there's no action, there's need to order, and ordered. You'll know that this changes the previous configuration, which just had order out. So this just provides a little bit more clarity as to what needs to be done. So there's the step before, need to order, and then that it's actually been placed. So the ordered would be the equivalent of what we've used previously as the order out. Okay. And of course, all of these changes to the status are tracked from the dashboard, and so you can see that right within the device activity widget within the dashboard. All right, let's jump to the next option here, the new device invoice link. What this does, it shows a link symbol next to devices, whether in the device profile or within the invoice tab, that shows that they are connected. Let's just show you what that looks like here. If we go into the devices tab, you'll now see this linked image letting you know that this device is connected to a line item on an invoice. And if you want to navigate to that invoice, you simply click on it and it will take you directly into that line item within the invoice. So it serves a couple purposes. One is it's a quick link, so you can navigate between the 2 points quickly. The second thing is that within the invoice, if let's say you go through the workflow where you enter the devices first and then later on create the invoice, okay? What can happen is in that part of that process, you may forget or overlook the option to link the invoice with the devices, in which case you've got a device profile and you've got an invoice in place, but when you go to create the purchase agreement, you may not have all the details completed, right? Because those two things aren't linked. So this lets you see right away, hey, if there isn't a link symbol here, then you need to go through the process really quickly of linking them, right? Now, once again, if you create the invoice first and use that to build the device profiles, then you wouldn't have to worry about this because it's automatically going to be linked, but it still does provide that quick access from the device profile to the invoice and from the invoice back to the device profile. So just a quick little tool there for you. All right. Now let's look at the AR aging summary. There's a new feature available to kind of clear up some of the just how you see the data. So if you look at the AR aging summary, now under the AR type, there's an option for credits. Previously, this was built in to other areas, and so it's commingled. And so this allows you to separate it out. Of course, if you want everything commingled, then certainly go for the any due. But this lets you see specifically instances where you owe the patient money or your insurance company money. All right, let's jump next to the marketing automation configuration. This is also a new tool which enables you to just see what's happening within your marketing automation system. So under administration, and at the very bottom right here in the marketing automation system. So many of you are currently using the email marketing automation. Many of you also are connecting that to Bluewing for really powerful direct, email direct marketing. Email marketing and direct mail marketing all in one. This tool is in place to allow you to really see what's happening. Because one of the beautiful things about the email marketing automation, as well as the link to Bluewing, is that it really is set and forget. It gives you the ability to get this information in place. The counselor team works with you to get it in place, and then the information just starts going out. The emails, the direct mail just starts going out. But this does allow you to pop anytime and just say, what are my rules, for a specific, let's say for the test not treated, right? You could pop in there and see your specific rules. Now you cannot edit them at this point, but you can reach out to the counselor team and we can enable you to do so. But it's just a really nice quick reference to see what your current settings are. All right. Next here, the patient visit search. So this is another way to kind of delineate how you see your search results. So if you look under search patient visits, under the test result option, we've expanded the options here so you can look by only tests. So just search by only patient visits where a test was completed. And by test, we do mean audiometric and admittance data has been entered. Okay. You can search by only the last test result. Or you can search by no, so kind of taking the other side of that equation. If you want to look at visits, so these would probably be more like chart note only visits. Or if you want to look at like a tinnitus eval, where maybe you didn't do an audio because it was done previously. This will allow you to locate those visits very quickly from the patient visits tool. All right. There's another little cleanup thing here. So device purchase types and hearing aid technologies, those are features under the administration. If you would like to clean up your lists a bit, we just made the system a little bit more intelligent here. So for the device purchase types and the hearing aid technologies, where you now have the ability to activate or deactivate those options. Just so if maybe you've changed the structure of this, this would maintain what you've already done for previous devices that have been fit, but allow you to activate or inactivate depending on what you'd like to see now. Okay. All right. Then the last option here is last addition here is the text message confirmation. So there's now the ability you can enable a patient to reply with one to their text, and it will confirm the appointment in Counselor. So in this case, you may want to say, reply with one to confirm. Call this number if you have questions or whatever. There are a whole series of options you do have available through the text message confirmations, including yes, confirm, why, yes, yep, yeah, there's a few there. And so you have the ability to set your text message up however you wish. But number one, the option to confirm number one is a new option there. So, of course, if you have any questions about these updates and enhancements, please give us a call, email us, live chat us. We are always happy to help. Thank you very much for joining us for the new feature summary for October 2021.